Getting lean is one of the most overcomplicated things on the internet with so much conflicting information of one person telling you do this, other person telling you do that. You end up being more confused than when you initially started. But what I learned through many years of actually trying to get lean and failing multiple times with improper structure, with doing too much at once, etc. I actually learned that getting lean is not really complicated. It's pretty straightforward, it's pretty simple, and it really just comes down to this equation that I'm going to share to you guys in this video today. The reason most people aren't lean is because they're sold on this big idea that they're missing one piece of vital information, or they're doing this one diet thing wrong or this one training thing wrong, which makes them not lean, but that is just not the case here. So before we get into the simplicity that it really is, let's get into why people are confused. A way you can stop being confused is stop looking for so much information. Everybody's doing these titles, these clicks. Everybody's trying to get your attention about this new diet or this new training plan that will guarantee to get you lean this time. Train heavy or train light. So much discussion back and forth, when in reality, the fundamentals of getting lean are never going to change. And the way your body works and the way burning body fat works is never going to change. So just cut out all the noise and stick to the principles in what actually works and what has always worked since the dawn of human time. And once I stopped looking for a better approach and just stuck to one without interrupting it, is when I actually got results. Now, getting to what you came to this video for, getting lean is just a simple input-output equation. You get out what you put in. We first define what are the necessary inputs in order to get lean. Understand, your body is not magic. Your body doesn't respond to a special magical piece of information you found online. It's simply just biology, and that will never change. And once you understand this, getting lean stops becoming this magical information-based thing, and it just comes down to understanding your body and knowing what are the proper inputs in order to get your desired output, which is getting lean here. And think about just how you approach anything else in life. You identify what you want. You see what are the required things to get there. You build this plan and the proper required inputs in order to get there. And you simply just execute on them. You give it time, most importantly. And after a certain amount of time, you will get those things so long as the inputs are correct. Fitness is nothing different. It works the same exact way. And now that you understand that your body is simply just a system that runs off input and gives you a certain output based on the input, here are the three main inputs that you need to implement and have these right in order to get lean. First of all, obviously, and this is the most important, diet. You need to be in a state where your body is consistently losing body fat weekly. And I have a whole nother video, I'm not going to go too deep into it in this video, but that teaches you how to consistently lose body fat over a 12-week time horizon, never hitting a plateau. But either way, you got to identify what is the input of the amount of food you need to eat daily. It's going to be different from week 1 to week 12, so that's up to you to adjust over the weeks, but I have a video explaining exactly how to do that. But either way, it comes down to simply just a nutrition input. You got to eat that amount of food every single day to make sure that you're losing consistent body fat every week, along with the proper protein, of course, so you don't lose muscle. That's the first pillar. The next and most obvious one that is no surprise is training, right? And notice how we're just sticking to the basic things you already know. So when you're losing body fat, you got to make sure to train, hit every muscle group at least 4 times a week to ensure that you keep the muscle that you already have so you don't lose it. So this weight that you're losing is mostly body fat. And that just comes from the input of training when you said you were going to, not skipping out on that, making sure that every week you're ticking those boxes off. You're training when you said you were. You're hitting the exact workout you said you were. You're keeping up with your reps and making sure that you're making mini PRs and progressing over the weeks to challenge yourself to keep the muscle. So you let your body know that, hey, we need this muscle because we're using it and we're progressing every week and this is vital to our living. So just take the body fat since it's not doing anything there. So that's the second pillar, training. You don't need 2-hour sessions or be overworking your body or lifting super heavy. Just be consistent, hit the amount of sets that you're supposed to stimulate the muscle to make it stay, and that's it. And of course, the last and not most surprising is sleep. You need to make sure that you're consistently getting a good amount of sleep to make sure that you recover well. This is non-negotiable. You need it in order to rebuild your body, especially during a cut. While you're getting lean, you're going to be more depleted. You're going to be you're going to have less energy. So you need to make sure that you're on top of your sleep. You're not having late nights out. You're not getting 4 hours of sleep. You need to make sure that that is on point. And just do literally these three simple things that you already do already, that you already are aware of. There's no magic. For 12 weeks, and you're gonna be lean guaranteed, and I promise you. And knowing the inputs is great, and now that you understand them, and you probably already knew them, the inputs alone won't get you lean. And this is when structure comes into play. Yes, you gotta understand the inputs. Yes, the inputs are still important, but if you have no structure supporting the inputs, what's gonna make you so sure that you're gonna consistently do these inputs every single day for 12 weeks? With structure, your actions and inputs are no longer based on emotion. They're no longer based on how you feel that day. And it's simply just a matter of ticking the boxes, which are the inputs every single day, and having the proper structure will make it to where you don't fail, because it's just a byproduct. Because nothing is negotiable anymore. Once you have a structure with a set goal plan in mind, it's impossible to fail because you understand the inputs. You have structure to keep you from falling beneath what you said you were going to do, and you get your goal. I have a video dedicated to the right structure on how to actually do this. It's in my YouTube channel. Just search up how to get lean in 12 weeks, and it's literally there for you. This is the difference between accidental results, people getting lean and then losing it all because they don't know what got them there, versus actually doing things with purpose, with clarity, with a goal in mind, and doing specific inputs to get a desired output. And it makes it non-magical, it's repeatable, and it's just a system that you have with you forever. It just becomes a matter of time rather than wondering when you are gonna get lean. Like I said, I have a video explaining exactly how to do that so you can get started on your own. But if you do want one-on-one coaching and you want me to come and implement this structure with everything I spoke about here into your life based on whatever you have going on, DM me on Instagram or leave a comment down below so we can get started, work around your life in order to actually get you lean this time. This is not just a generic one-fits-all program. It's something that's tailored completely to you, what you already know. We build off the base that you already have in order to just simplify even further this whole process. Either way, like I said, if that's something you might be interested in, just book a call down below. We can see where you're at and then we can go from there. Anyway, kind of going off what we spoke about this whole video already, if you follow these simple 3 inputs, you do them properly, you understand why you're doing them, you have structure to ensure that you do them consistently throughout 12 weeks, you're going to be leaner as a byproduct at the end of the 12 weeks. You know, weeks 1 to 4, it still feels pretty new. You're adjusting to everything. You're seeing how everything fits around your life. I know what inputs you have to do, but you're just putting them accordingly to your life and what fits where. Because it's different for everyone. You know, someone might have to eat at a different time compared to a different person just because their schedules, or they might train at a different time. But the thing is, understanding fundamentals and principles and the input, it ensures that you still do it regardless of what's going on in your life. Because I understand, guys, life is crazy. You have a lot of things going on. But so long as you understand what you have to do, you have structure that keeps you from not doing it, you are going to do it and you're going to fit it into your life some way. After those first 4 weeks of you just adjusting to it, understanding how to move it around in your life, the rest is just like a smooth roller coaster. You define the inputs, and obviously you're making little adjustments over the weeks, but it simply just comes down to a matter of time at that point. You're doing everything right, and now you just need to do it consistently, which you already learned how to do in the first 4 weeks, and moving your life around in order to accommodate the inputs. And at the end of those 12 weeks, you are going to be lean. Not only because you did the right inputs, but you had the proper structure to keep you from going beneath your minimum requirements for your goal, regardless of how you felt or how the day went. Those things always got ticked off. And the thing is, this is a systematizable, consistent, repeatable results that you can do for the rest of your life and rinse and repeat as you wish. I'm going to reiterate this again. Getting lean is not complicated. It's fucking simple. It comes down to these 3 basic things that you already know, that you are already doing. But once you just understand how to do them properly, what exactly do you need to do within these 3 things, and then how to adjust that over the weeks, and then obviously use the right structure to guide you to success, then getting lean is inevitable. Either way, guys, this is Achilles. I appreciate you for watching this video, getting all the way to the end. If you are here, like, comment, subscribe. Go check out my Instagram, and yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Have a good one.